Good morning. This is Coach Ken, Superbike-Coach Corp. We're going into part 5, I believe. Was it already 6? Nah, I lost it. With the V4R conversion into a trek bike. So we've done a lot of things. It's been almost a week now working on this for hours every day, like starting early morning, going into 9 p.m., stuff like that. And I'm enjoying it every minute. Even though yesterday was a little frustrating with some bolts. I lost a nut. I thought it dropped into the bike. And I gotta tell you, my wife is the bolt whisperer. If you ever lose a bolt, call her. She will find it. Seriously, she did find that one. It didn't end up in the bike somewhere. It dropped off on the ground. So that was luck. So what we have now, the tank is back on. And it's all isolated as good as I could. It's, of course, not perfect, but hey, it's as good as possible. So all inside, underneath the tank, this is all wrapped up with, what is that? Isolation, insulation. God damn, I still work on my English, man. So here's something. So what I'm doing today mainly is taking care of the entire swing arm, this whole area here. That includes pretty much everything. We're going into detail with that. All this needs to be cleaned up. I will take everything off first and clean it all up. This whole unit will come out and will be cleaned up and see what we can do in terms of weight. And then the rear set's going to be cleaned up. I did the other side already, and then they're going back on. Also here, I gotta see what we can do there. Yeah, so here's something for Ducati guys who trying to find a way to lift it up without using, so that you are able to remove the main stand here, the paddock stand, in order to get to this, because that has to all come out. You can't have that stand in there. You maybe have a stand which allows you to go from one side to the other. That would be ideal, but you still have to lift it up in order to get all this out, right? So what I did, I used old rear sets here, ran a long bolt through. That's a M6 bolt, 6 mil. And that mounts easily to where this is where the rear sets go. There was another one. There was another hole with a thread, M6 thread, which allowed me to install this. Then same on the other side, and it's actually then fairly easy from there. You need jacks, the small ones, and those reaching maybe half an inch underneath when the bike is still on the paddock stand, so that you actually can lower it onto those jacks. And the wheel is literally like a mil on the ground, and you literally can lift it up a little to remove that rear wheel. So that makes this rear end, the swing arm, makes you able to work on it. Yeah. See, this is how it looks like then. Yeah, so we didn't use these rigs here to protect the rear sets. That's not the reason. We tried to get it higher this a little bit, like 2-3 mil, and that worked just fine. So there we are. So let me get to work. So here we are, about half an hour later. I'm doing a lot of stuff here to the rear end already. Removed the plastic, some zip ties going away, and then also cutted the chain. I was already wondering why this was spinning so hard. Actually, it was not really freely running. It is literally the chain. I mean, look at this. Hold on. So the chain is so super stiff. This is a all-weather. Please stay alive as long as possible chain kind of thing. So this has nothing to do with racing or track riding. So this needs to be replaced, and which is why I changed that. Luckily on the V4R it's already all 520 chains, which you need to go anyway. If you have a 525 or even bigger chain, this is how you can drop a lot of rotational masses. That is, rotational masses is what you want to look into first. So everything which is spinning, that needs to become lighter. And the chain is a big way to it. So a 520 conversion, if you have to. Luckily, I don't have to do that, but if you have a bigger chain, anything bigger than 520, you gotta find a way to drop that weight, and that is actually very easy. You have a lot of companies having actually kits for all the bikes out there, which includes the 520 chain, front sprocket, rear sprocket, etc. So that should be an easy conversion to 520. Yeah, this is all loose already. Right? So I changed the chain, the sprockets, the ratio will be changed. I will go into this in detail later. And then we're getting all that stuff out, because it's still, for my taste, it still doesn't spin very freely. So this is the nature of these, this design. It is a little harder to spin because it's got more weight than a regular axle kind of thing. The bearings in here are bigger and all that, but I'm very sure it was good to take this apart and see what's going on, if there's something wrong with it. Let's see. Yeah, so far so good. Let's get to it. Yeah, so I have pretty much all apart. This should come off easy here. It stucks a little, but with a plastic hammer I should be able to get this out. Let's move then this way, and then get to all of this. I mean, this really is filthy. I mean, a bike with a low mileage like that. So I don't know if I ever mentioned it. So I bought this bike at a dealership in Florida and had it shipped over. So Florida is supposed to, hit rain a lot. Maybe those thunderstorms, but it doesn't look like rain dirt kind of thing. This is all gummed up and just filthy. I mean, look at that. This is literally a brand new bike. The bike had 1,900 miles on it when I bought it. So, and I was only in Laguna with this, adding another 150 miles to it, in dry conditions and clean. So this is coming from Florida. That's how Florida looks like, folks. So all the parts, most of this stuff will be replaced with new stuff, lighter stuff, cleaner stuff. I even took the chain guard out so I can clean all of this up and then see what we need to be doing. All of this here is totally dirty, and I just can't stand it. I can't put a bike back together without having it cleaned up as good as I can. Make it feel right. Make it feel good to me. Let's put it that way. Let's do it. There you have it. Here's the after. I mean, is as clean as it can get. I mean, look at that. I'm a little worried about these marks here. It looks like there's heat going on. I will ask Ducati if this is something to be worried about. I gotta go here again. But look at that. The caliper was just filthy. Just cleaned it all thoroughly up. The brake pads came out, of course. This is all cleaned up, and then with brake cleaner, all grease removed. Look at this, man. Now it looks new. Now it does look new. Here's the same. So I will check on that. I will ask them. I will send them some pictures and see what they say. So I covered all that. This is all clean, I think. Check that side. All here, the engine here, all that area was totally greased up. Look how beautiful this cylinder looks like, man. I still have to bleed it though. And all this is cleaned up. I think it can't get any cleaner. What do you think? So now I gotta take care of this baby here. Clean this all up, getting those bolts out, replace the titanium and stuff like that. Aluminum worth here. And then we are taking the sprockets. See you later. Okay, I was pushing this in front of me because I was actually worried about it. I still am, because these bolts here, that's holding in the wheel, so that's got some importance, but they are red glued in. So I'm hoping with the right tools, I'm getting this easily out. That I did this once and it worked just fine, but it's a pain in the butt. I was actually also worried about getting those little 4 hex bolts out. This is the sensor ring, speed sensor ring, where all the data comes from. That is quite important. But these don't actually have much to hold, so they will be replaced with aluminum, as these will be changed to titanium, and then that brake rotor will be replaced with this lighter version here. It came actually with new brake pads here, but I'm wearing the old ones out. All right, let's see how it goes. Forget what I just said. I got it easily out. It came out with this power tool. So, damn. There it is. It's all out. Now the cleaning and then the rebuild. Old, new, and I can tell by hand that this got way lighter. Seriously. So it's titanium bolts, aluminum bolts, and a lighter rotor. Even though it's a thicker rotor, so more heat resistant, it's slightly lighter than the original one. So yeah, I mean, you can straight up, if you want to go extreme, you literally can go with the whole unit in titanium. That is what race teams do. That's what competition bikes are getting. That is then goes into the thousands. I mean, 3, 4, maybe even 5 grand, something like that. Well, maybe I'm wrong with that, but this is not where we're going here. We max out what we can do, and it's just fair enough for the purpose. Yeah, it makes me feel better this way, but we're not going all the way. I mentioned that in the beginning of this series. So let's put this back in. Let's give this some fresh grease. This is all cleaned up. We give it some fresh grease, and there's more stuff to drop weight with. I'll show you later. All right. Now a tough part is coming at me. I want to cut carbon. So the beautiful comes. That's the background. And the ugly goes. See how much bigger this is? You can't tell. Yeah, right there. So this fluffy plastic thingy goes into this nice shorter carbon piece. What I don't need here is this actual chain guard you see here. It's kind of like that. This part here. I don't need that street bike shit. That's gotta go. And this is my mark here. This is where I'm gonna cut it off. I'm a little worried about it. I don't want to break it, you know. Yeah, but I get to it. It worked out. I made it. Check it out. There you go. This is now all open. No ugly street bike type of chain guard, whatnot. So chain is nicely exposed. Aluminum clamps here, bolts everywhere. Doesn't it look nice? Doesn't it look nice? Oh God. So way shorter. No more flimsiness. The carbon does its job. So the plastic piece was up here, at least up here, and it was just fluttering in the wind. This here is way cool, and this is actually where the exhaust will come up, somewhere here. Yeah, so nice bolts there. There's a little gap there, but yeah. This here is actually laying on top of the swing arm here and actually supports the stiffness. That's actually pretty cool. It would be more flimsy if that would be original. Where is it? Right here. This is where the bolt would go. This is where I cut it off. And all that is also more or less weight savings. I know, I'm a sick man. All right. In preparation for the putting on the chain, once I got this all done, I need to prepare the rear sprocket. I already gonna put this up here. I can't torque it yet. I can do this only once the bike is on the ground, because they need to. They're getting some torque there. So this is titanium and aluminum. This is all full steel. I mean, this is of course a steel sprocket as well, but it's smaller and it's got those holes in there. So just lifting this up. Oh, this is about I would say 3/4 of the weight of this. So I should actually have a weight scale here, huh? But you guys gotta trust me on this, because I'm not doing this for no good reason. And it actually looks good too, doesn't it? And it will be all exposed here. There will be a golden chain running, and luckily I could remove this here. There will be, the chain will be exposed just like on a race bike. It's gonna look badass, that's for sure. I actually forgot to mention that this bolt and these holes allowing me to run safety wires to the right and to the left, of course, for balance. So that secures this and makes it keep staying in place. You don't want to have this come off, you know. But it's gonna get the torque they recommend, and of course this will be all safe. Yeah, of course, yeah, I can hear some of you saying you remove the chain guard. There's a steel piece which comes in here, here, and here. Let's say you lose the chain. That happened to me before in racing sometimes, actually, a couple of times. So what could happen is that the chain hits then that engine and rips a hole in there. I had that once. I know what I'm talking about. So, but ever since, I never had a problem. I don't say I won't ever have one, an incident like that, but the chance is so low. And when you do this all right, when you do the job right, then I buy more the looks and the weight savings here than this. So that's just my take. You maybe have another opinion about it. I don't care. I have a little setback here. Sprocket carrier I ordered doesn't fit. This is the original. So that's what you get when you get stuff from eBay sometimes, you know. So I just went to the computer and ordered with Superlight, which was so nice, and sending it out today. So I should hopefully have it in a few next days. So that holds me back a little bit, so I keep going now. I actually installed this one. I don't know if I showed you that. Finishing this area up, the tank bracket, the seat bracket goes in. I need to shorten the bolts, and then the seat can go back down, and this upper part is then all done. I'll show you.